Why are we doing this interview in Dubai? Why are you here?
Thanks for having me. Now, I've been here from 2021 onwards. Unlike what you might find in media, it's like I came here in 2021. I've been outside India from 2019 onwards. 2019 October is when I came out of India, first to take care of dad's treatment. And then I was focusing on international expansion, acquisitions and international expansion. So last 6 years I've been outside India. 21 September, came here, kids go to school here. And moved. We have always lived in a large joint family. Like there will always be 15, 18 people at home. First in my small village in Kannur, and then in Bangalore. And in 2021, all of us moved here. So then I was traveling to India as and when it's required. Prior to insolvency in July 2024, like 12 months, I was going there almost every month. I've been there 10 times in the 12 months prior to the insolvency, and I'm just waiting when I get the control back. And you would have noticed I'm not using the word if I get the control back. When I'll be back, and I'll be back, and will the company. One thing which the biggest misconception is Byju's has always remained an Indian company. Even when, if you remember the times when we started this, when we started scaling this, the tech-enabled model in 2013, 2014, all the startups that time, the early investors were pushing the companies to go out of India. I resisted that because I wanted to build this in India, from India to the world. So I don't understand why people talk about why I live in Dubai. Now, Dubai, I've been living here so this is nothing to do with there was a short-term inquiry by ED. It's got nothing to do with that.
But didn't you say that it's for your father's treatment that you came here?
Yes, that's how I came out in 2019 October, outside India. So initially I was in New York, and then COVID came. The only country which was open, which allowed me to travel everywhere, was Dubai. So we took this, and I continued the treatment for dad from Abu Dhabi, with an affiliated hospital where he was first treated, and I'm happy that he's doing, and he's recovering now.
So it's not, which many people say, that even in America, those who are against you and those who have put cases on you, they're saying you'd like an international fugitive. Is that a correct term?
These are narratives which they have created, and in trying to take control of the company. Unfortunately, in a company which is built on the founder's name, or where the founder played an important role in the early years, they miss the fact that if you tarnish the founder's name, it'll have a huge impact in the company's valuation. So even they overplayed that game to such an extent that it hurt today that has hurt everyone, all stakeholders, investors, including themselves. So that's a game played wrong by a few vulture lenders who are based out of US, where they created this narrative that, in fact, this is exactly what was used to create prejudice in Indian courts by calling us fugitives, by calling us that me and my brother is having lookout notices. Now, we were freely traveling to India as and when required, keeping Dubai as a base for international expansion. So these are all wrong narratives or fake narratives. There is no truth in this. The only truth here is the fact that there was an ED inquiry which was around the company, nothing personal over there. And that investigation is closed and it's at the adjudication stage.
So that lookout notice that ED has put out, that's no longer there?
I've been traveling to India, even after the ED inquiry started. Now, first of all, lookout notice, if ED puts out a lookout notice, they will never make that public because that defeats the purpose.
Okay.
So it's a wrong media narrative around the ED investigation. It was never personal. It was on the Think and Learn's transactions, which was, other than a few misses on the filing timelines, there was never a PMLA, there was never a charge sheet. There was a summons. I went and met. We cooperated. Investigation is closed. So the whole narrative was blown out of proportion.
So there's this parallels that people will draw. So you think it's a wrong thing, because when that term comes, international fugitive, then Byju's name gets like Mehul Choksi. It's not. You're not that. That's what you're saying.
Our entire wealth, an entire company was built out of India. All our the wealth which we created was made in India, tax paid in India, invested back in India. We have nothing outside India. So this is created by a few vested interests. Now if you see this fugitive word, they only use verbally.
Correct.
None of the filings, none of the court filings, none of the affidavits, you will never find any of this. So this is just part of a malicious media campaign.
Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.